Hi everyone, it's Christina from Photosprouts here. Today I'm going to share with you the second part of Alejandra's photo shoot. I created these tutorials to show you the before and after when you shoot in natural light and then adding in a flash as a soft fill light or use it as the main light and underexposing the ambient light. In this video, the sun was going down, so we were able to shoot in a bigger open shade in which I created some light and airy style portraits. For light and airy style, the location is what really matters. You need to find an open shade in which there is some lighter color backdrops, but if you're in a location that has darker color backgrounds, it won't work. You can't even turn that photo to light and airy style in post-processing. And then the golden hour finally came. We moved to a different spot in which I first used the natural light and then I added a flash as a soft fill light. And notice that this time I did not underexpose the ambient light to create dramatic portraits. And there's a reason for this. Make sure to watch till the very end to find out why. Enjoy!
In the last video, we have talked about shooting in the natural light, as well as using an off-camera flash. Today, I'm going to show you the second part of the photo shoot with Alejandra. As the sun goes down, the light becomes softer, and I wanted to create some light and airy style photos using just the natural light. Later on, I will be shooting in full golden hour using the natural light and then adding in a flash. I look away from the camera, giggle, oh yeah, and look at me, brush your hair, oh my gosh, your hair is so cute, yeah. In my natural light portrait workshop, we'll scout for locations that are suitable for creating light and airy style portraitures. A perfect location will be an open shade with a neutral and muted color background. And I also had Alejandra wear a pink dress to coordinate the background color. My aperture was wide open to let in more light, and this also created a dreamy looking background. Close-up shots! The light and airy style photos are very location and color sensitive. To get the best results, photographers must choose a suitable location and shoot in the right time. And of course, good communication with the clients is a must to make sure they wear color-coordinated outfits. When the golden hour came, we moved to this location in order to get some backlit shots. Alejandra was in an open shade, and behind her was some diffused light coming through the trees. In the last video, we have mentioned that a bright background should be avoided when you're just using the natural light, but here, the light behind the subject was not too bright to wash away the background. Instead, it was diffused, and this makes a good backlit photo. A little bit. I kept talking to the model
highlight that
and
S
gave
curve
directions.
in your body, so pretty. And then that left hand, is it left? Yes, just grab the rim of the dress. Beautiful. And arms away from the torso. Good. So pretty. Gosh, I picked this location because it has some backlit and it is in the shade. Good. And all the way backwards. Yeah, and then until I see more hair light. Good. Go towards the light.
There's just one exposure when I'm shooting in the natural light, which is the ambient exposure, and you want to control it by adjusting the ISO, aperture, and the shutter speed. Here's a photo when I exposed for the subject's face. She was properly exposed and so was the background, and this is great, as there's just one exposure, so if I make her brighter, say I slow down the shutter speed, then the background will also be brighter. In some scenarios, when the background and the subject have a bigger light contrast, say if the background is way brighter than the subject, then using just the natural light will be a big challenge. But here, the background also looks good when I expose for the subject. And this is the type of location that you want to pick if you just want to use the natural light. Controlling the exposure in the manual mode is covered in a beginner's courses, so I'm not going to talk about it here. I also turned this photo to the light and airy style by desaturated the green and the yellow.
Can you brush your hair? Yeah, with one hand. Cool. Oh, nice. And slowly slide that hand down, like along your hair. Good. And slowly put it back on your waist. Good. Okay, hold it around your waist. Good. And look at the leaves again. All right, and then I can play with the dress like this. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Yep. Can you just like hold that dress all the way and show me some of your feet, like this? Well, do you mind if you take off the shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I come on the second.
Yeah. Okay. Can you try to do like this thing? Okay. Yeah. Right. Full body. Okay. And bend more and look at your feet. Look at me. Yes, like this. A few more. Okay.
Oh wow.
Then I added in the flash without changing my camera settings to keep the same ambient exposure. I do not want to underexpose the ambient light because I want the photos to look natural instead of dramatic. For dramatic photos, please check out my last video and I'll put a link in the description. Then I adjust the flash power to keep the proper flash exposure on the subject. The subject became brighter as I added the flash, and I think this is too much, so I'm gonna dial down the flash power.
It goes one step backwards. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna bring the power down a little bit because I feel like it's too powerful. Good. Just a test shot. Oh yeah, that's good. And can you like half step towards your right? Yeah, good. Beautiful, yeah. And can you cross the other, like the left to the right? Yes, like this, good. Oh wow, yes, I like how you play with your hair. Can you look at the ground? Look down. Oh yeah, there. So pretty. And relax that right hand a little bit. Good, yeah. Oh, love that smile. Good. Chin forward. Yes, there. Okay.
The subject was brighter when a flash was added, but of course you can achieve the same effect without a flash with some post-processing. But I think the biggest benefit of adding a flash here is I got bigger catch lights in her eyes. Plus, I prefer not to spend too much time behind a computer in editing.
The other lady, in front of you. Yeah, good. Put both hands. And tilt your head like this. So cute. Get closer to the leaf. Good. Yes, and tilt your head. Good. Oh my gosh. And pop your foot like this. Beautiful. That's perfect.
There's no right or wrong in adding a flash, but it is everything about your photography style. Before I finish, I want to explain why I did not try to create dramatic portraits by underexposing the ambient light and powering up the flash, just like what I did in the last video. I could have lost the vibrant color and the beautiful golden light in the background if I underexposed the ambient light. However, in other locations during the golden hour, I may have underexposed the ambient light if the background looks nicer when it is underexposed. For instance, in this photo, I underexposed the ambient light during the golden hour in order to get the reflection on the water. So, as a photographer, you have to master your lighting skills, train your eyes to pre-visualize the ambient and the flash exposures. I'm going to share with you other tutorials and behind the scenes in the future. We're Photosprouts photography workshops in San Francisco and Palo Alto. Equipment is provided for beginners so that they don't have to buy a camera to come to a photography class.